Of course, it's that time again. We're here to check out a brand new plugin from Neural DSP. We're looking at very much a different kind of amplifier from the kind of things Neural are known for, and one that I'm really excited to check out, and I think would be very warmly welcomed by Neural DSP users, because there's nothing like this so far in the catalog. So the plugin we're talking about is the brand new Toneking Imperial Mark II plugin. If you've heard of this amplifier before, it's an American hand-built like boutique amplifier based on like your Fender Blackface kind of thing, 50s kind of gritty sort of sound. It's about £2,500, I think. But the cool thing here is that this plugin is going to be roughly what, like 120 euros or something around that, whatever the plugins normally cost, which is like 4% of the price of the amplifier. So that's really cool. And again, if you do a lot of work at home like I do with your computer using, you know, software and plug-in based guitar stuff like we all do these days, this is really, really useful. So anyway, that's what this video is about. So the Imperial Mark II is a 20-watt combo. It features an Eminence, I think it's an E33 speaker or something like that, designed for the amplifier, which I believe is what they've modeled in the plugin, as well as another speaker as well. So there's two different speaker options in the plugin with a bunch of different mics we'll get into in a second. But it's a 20-watt combo. Like I say, it's a boutique amplifier. It's got two channels. It's got a rhythm and a lead channel. It's got a built-in attenuator and Iron Man 2 attenuator. But anyway, yeah, basically the plugin is a complete model of a digital model of one of those amplifiers. So yeah, we're going to check it out. So as you can see, I've got a screen grab up of the plugin here, and let me just take you really quickly through it if you're not familiar with Neural DSP. If this is your first Neural DSP plugin because you're not a high gain player, I can understand that. So let me take you through it really quickly. Along the top, we've got all the different features of the plugin in kind of order of the way the signal works. So what goes in front of the amp, then the cab, then the EQ, then your time-based effects like reverb and delay at the end, like in the loop. Next up, your input controls, your gate, you know, mono or stereo, your preset section, and your output section. Then this is the front panel of the Imperial Mark II. So you've got your lead channel, your channel selector, then your rhythm channel. Both have volume. Then you've got treble and bass on the rhythm, and a tone and a mid-bite on the lead, which is cool. You've got built-in spring reverb, which does work, which is cool, and a tremolo, so that's awesome as well. So that's the main front face of the amplifier. If you go around the back, you can see we've got the attenuator here. This is the high frequency, I believe it's for compensation, basically, or compression maybe. It just sort of helps with the attenuation effect. Attenuation with this plugin is going to kind of feel like more compression, I assume. Rhythm channel, bypass and enable. Basically, when you're on the lead channel, you can punch in the rhythm channel as well to get extra like low end and sort of blend too, I think. So that's really cool. And then, you know, you're on and off. So that's cool. We've got a wah pedal. That's up front, which we can use, you know, you can use that with MIDI. So I've got that set up, so I can actually turn that on and use that. We'll have a listen to that. Then you've got the pedals in front of the amp, so you've got a compressor. These are all designed by Neural to complement the amp. You've got a compressor with a fast and a slow attack switch, which is cool. Then you've got an overdrive, bass, treble, drive and level, and then the same again, overdrive too. So two different kind of voicings there of overdrive, which is nice to go in front. Then we move to the speaker section. Comes default set with a 57 and a Royer, as you can see here. And what's nice is that it tells you which speaker you're on, the E33, but if we drop down to the mic menu, you've got all on the E33 speaker. You've got a 409, 421, KM184, you've got 414's U47, Neumann U47, you've got 121 and 160, and then you've got the same again, but with H30 speaker. So that's cool. You can blend two different types of speaker there with all the different mic combinations, and just like the other plugins, very handy. Another awesome feature here is that we've actually got a room for both microphones, which is sick. So this was something that was introduced with the John Petrucci archetype. So you can actually have a room level now. So that's going to get really vibey with an amp like this, especially with some of the tones you can dial in. Then you've got a 9-band, which is preset with a dip of 6 dB at 65 Hertz, because this thing's got a ton of low end, which is, it's turned off, but you can turn it on if you want to have a low cut, and of course use the 9-band as you want. And then you've got your time-based effects. So we've got a chorus, a delay, and a reverb. Chorus is straightforward. You've got dual delay. You can see here you've got control over two different times of the delay. You've got high and a low. And then a reverb, very much what we've had similar in other plugins. And that's basically the plugin. You've also got a built-in tuner, always handy, and your MIDI section, which you can see I've got mine set up to use the wah. And yeah, that's basically an overview of the plugin. Okay, so that's basically everything to know at this point. Let's listen to it. So I've got it set up. This is the default setting, so I'm just going to go ahead and play straight away with my Strat. Basically what it sounds like when you load up the plugin. So let's mess with some tones. And we can change the attack. In fact, let's listen to the reverb of the amp. Okay, it's kind of subtle, but it's there. Let's put the other reverb back on. Alright, so back to amp tones. We've got what sounds really nice with the compressor. From the Overdrive. That's great. That's really nice. That's definitely the most realistic kind of like low end that I've heard from a plugin at this point. The way it's tuned is really good. Anyway, and then the other Overdrive, let's have a listen to that. Let's take that reverb down and just take off the compressor. I'm just going to get carried away. That's absolutely awesome. Sounds really, really good. That's a wonderful clean tone. Well, got a bit of hair on it, but you can feel that dirty low end from like the speaker doing that, you know, like the sound of a combo, kind of like a low wattage combo with so much low end sort of farting out almost. Yeah, it's great. Really good. And that's with the bass down there. Let's put the bass at noon, see what it sounds like. The cool thing is if you dime these, you get a bit of a dirty tone. Let's try the tremolo. Okay, naturally I think next thing we should try is the other channel. Feels really touch responsive. So let's mess with the attenuator for a sec. You can clearly hear it's lost high end, but then if we hit this, we get something back, and now we've got that kind of more compressed sound. Well, actually it feels that way. In fact, I'm just going to put on 414 on the other. Right, let's try the room. Oh wow. As you can clearly hear, it's on. So that's with the room dialed in. It just gives you a little bit more depth. It's a good effect to make it feel like you sat in a room with it, obviously, but you could also use that in a recording application. That'd be quite handy. Just having that there, set up a track and just have that soloed. So quickly before we go through presets, I'll show you the time-based section. I've loaded up one of my presets called Dirty Bottom, which has got some reverb and delay on it. So you can hear that. If we throw on the chorus, obviously you can make it sound like cheesy 80s ballad music as well, which is cool. Anyway, so that is the kind of overview of the plugin. Now let's check out some of the presets. This is the first one I came up with. This is called Dirty Bottom. Because of the way that it fluffs up. So that's what that one sounds like. I really like it. Let's go with this one. It's called B-Rye because, of course. Right, this next preset is called Jam Band Lead, which is kind of inspired by the kind of lettucey Eric Krasno kind of vibes. It's not super gainy or anything, but I kind of found a way of making it sound like it had a rotary thing on it. So that's Jam Band Lead, very fun. I used a lot of the presets that you heard in the intro jam thing that I made, are all on this, the ones that you'll get when you get the plugin. Right, so then we've got Roto Lead, so it's the same thing, sort of taking on more gain from what you just heard. Then I was messing around with this guitar and just stumbled across this tone, and I was like, I'll throw it into the preset. And then my personal fave, Fuzzed Up, of course, because it's really fuzzy. That's awesome. Really love it. So big sounding, using the room mic as well. Yeah, really like that one. Okay, there you go. There is an overview of the Toneking Imperial Mark II plugin from Neural DSP. I really like this plugin. I'm so glad they've finally done like a clean amplifier. I was waiting for it. Know full well they can do it, but the way they've done it in this package, for me personally, is one of my favorites already. I'm a huge fan of Neural DSP, and a lot of my very good close friends actually now work with Neural DSP, so consider me biased. But I would certainly urge at least trying out the trial if you've got any of the other Neural plugins and you're looking for a good clean sounding plugin from them. I think a lot in the digital realm, there are few and far between getting good clean tones, so it's really nice to have one on tap here that's actually feels ampy with all the cool features like the room mics and stuff like that, and the choice of pedals is really nice. The chorus sounds awesome, the compressor feels great. I love the fast and the slow attack. And it doesn't have a fuzz in it, but you can make it sound like it's got fuzz in it. You can also make it sound like it's got like a rotary sort of cabinet Leslie thing going on. It's just awesome. So I'm really happy with it. Really happy they've done this. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the tones and the jam at the start. I've had a lot of fun. So thank you as always to Neural DSP for making these awesome products. Thank you all for watching this video. Links in the description box. Like, subscribe and share. I've been Rabea, and I'll see you all very soon.